Welcome to the Saints Peter and Paul Church continuing series, Let's Live Lent. Lent is a time to prepare and purify us in body, mind, and spirit for the mystery of Christ's Passion by drawing us closer to this mystery. As in our previous sessions, try to recall what grace you desire to deepen within you during these 40 days.
Today, we reflect on 3 encounters between Jesus and a man born blind, an encounter between that man and the Pharisees, and finally, a second encounter between this man and Jesus. Light is a symbol present in our worship from the day of our baptism, when a candle is lit during that sacrament. A perpetual light burns at the tabernacle. At Easter, the light of the Paschal candle is passed to each of us, and then to the next and the next, until the darkness is fully repelled.
If we don't pass the light remains dim, and some of us remain in darkness. Jesus extends the light of faith to us, as he did to the man born blind. And by the way, when I am trying to concentrate on a particularly difficult subject, I will light a candle at my desk. It reminds me that the light of insight will come. And yes, it works.
Jesus' disciples believed that since the man was blind from birth, someone sinned, either him or his parents, reflecting a belief at the time that any illness or disability was caused by sin. Jesus sees this tragedy of blindness from birth as an opportunity to shine his light. Jesus says, "I am the light of the world." Jesus offers healing freely. Jesus makes a paste of clay using his own saliva. He imbues it with his essence and, applying it to the blind man's eyes, brings physical sight and eventually relief from spiritual blindness. The man born blind now has the sight of faith. The blind man must participate in this miracle, as Jesus instructs him to fulfill the law through ritual washing.
In the second encounter, Jesus anticipates what this man will experience with the Pharisees. The Pharisees only seem interested in the superficial. Physical blindness. Who sinned? What day of the week it is? Who has the right and power to return sight? How could the man born blind have the right to speak truth to power? The Pharisees choose darkness and reject the light brought by Jesus.
In the third encounter, Jesus seeks out the man after he is ejected from the temple by the Pharisees. Jesus reveals his divinity. Jesus says, "Do you believe in the Son of Man? You have seen him, and the one speaking with you is he." The man born blind now has both his physical sight and the inner light and sight of faith that Jesus brings.
Recalling what grace I desire to deepen, have I asked for the grace of insight? I can ask myself, to what am I blind? Has comfort and complacency masked the pain and suffering of the poor and the marginalized? What is preventing me from seeing in a new, brighter, and clearer light who Jesus is for me? I am in darkness until I choose the light. Are there times I choose the darkness over the light? During our Lenten season, the days will grow longer. Daylight will become a greater portion of our day. Perhaps we can rise with the dawn each day, and as Jesus did, take a moment to pray. Pray for the gift of light to everyone. Pray that the darkness that seems to persist in our nation and our world will be repelled by the light of Jesus. Pray that the pandemic darkness and the darkness of distrust and anger that seems to be everywhere will give way to healing.
Or, if like me, you're not a morning person, try lighting a candle in a totally darkened room, perhaps before bed, perhaps as a family. Reflect on when you choose darkness and pray for the wisdom to choose to remain in the light of Christ, who is the light of the world.